here's the deal. We got a paid day off. We had a guy had to cancel, so we've got no country. All we've got is producer dude. Are you happy to be here?
I am. That was a little, it was a little late notice, but I'm here.
About 10 o'clock last night, right?
Yeah.
But the day is amazing. It's almost too flat, if there is such a thing on Lake Erie, but we've had enough rough days, right, producer dude? Both wind and...
I've had enough rough days.
Okay, me too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out and we're gonna show you a few little things with fish location. And really, I've burned probably more gas this spring so far than I ever have because the fish and the water clarity and just everything is changing so much. So we're gonna show you a couple little tips and tricks on that, because if you think you got them dialed in on Monday, Tuesday, or maybe even Monday afternoon, they're gonna make you look silly. So a lot of changes, a lot of things going on there, so stay tuned. Here we go, it's just me and producer dude. We're gonna set up. It's so nice outside, I can't even stand it. We're gonna pull some crankbaits. So long story short, I don't know if you can catch this before we go over here, but see those are those marks right there when we were going 20, 25, 30 miles an hour. Those are those walleyes. And if you look over the side, this is almost too clean, but it's that chalky, but this is what we're working with. And we just came through that really clean water. So you're marking those fish, and it's really important to mark these when you're running, because especially when you got some higher fish like we had there that you saw, guess what happens when the boat runs across top of them? You don't see any. So you kind of got to find them when you're running, because they like to skedaddle out to the edges. So we are going to set up some crankbaits, which we've done before. We are hopefully going to catch some walleyes, which we have done before. So we're gonna set these suckers out, and I'll tell you one thing that we have noticed and one of my buddies brought up is, you know, yesterday we're out and it was really overcast, totally different than today. Water was a little more chalky, but this water is gonna clean up. That dirt and all sediment and stuff is going to, you know, start going down in the water column. It's gonna make this water cleaner. It happens really fast. So even though it's kind of like yesterday, it's totally different. But the thing, even when it was really overcast, that we noticed yesterday, which was crazy, is that we caught almost all of our fish on the outside boards. And again, you know, the fish weren't super deep, but a lot of times these walleyes, you know, it's just little things like that where, I mean, we only caught 1 or 2 fish on our inside boards and we caught just a pile of them far out. So when it's super calm like this and we've got a lot more visibility, you know, we're gonna let those things out a little bit farther even. And the other nice thing is when you're fishing by yourself, which we try not to do, producer guy, he would probably help me out if I fell in though, right?
Help you?
Yeah, if I fell in. Yeah, that'd be great. Any rate, keeping some extra, really a good tip for you is, you know, if you're fishing by yourself or with people that don't do this a lot, spread your boards out a lot. Give yourself some extra room. When you put them really tight together, the chance of tangles is so much greater. And just not a good situation. Just not a good situation. All right, so producer dude, as much as we like to give Country Steve shit, it's kind of nice to have him, you know? No?
I'm concentrating, sorry.
You're just concentrating? Okay, I mean, because he can just get stuff out of the way, you know? Because when you get a fish on, it's like, oh, hey, Country Steve can actually reel one in. And it's kind of hard. That's why we were talking about early, you know, spreading your boards out. Even if you're not doing this completely by yourself like I am, maybe you've got the kids or neighbor, somebody that doesn't fish a lot, and by having an extra large spread between the planer boards, I'm talking, like maybe as much as 50 feet, you don't have those chances of getting tangles, and you can work things through a lot better. And you know, there's really not a downside to it. You're gonna get more coverage. I mean, we've probably got a 300-foot wide swat here that we got going on. And we were trying to tell folks there doing some little cutaways, not gonna lie to you, about the Bigwater podcast, which if you haven't watched podcasts, are you serious? We got some legends, like real legends, not all these people that think they're legends, they've been doing it 2 years. And that's producer dude, that's kind of when fish start always bite, when you're trying to do something else.
I just said, right? Yeah. Didn't I just say, when we do this, they're gonna bite?
It's almost comical, but it really is the truth. So, we've got some crankbaits here spread out. We got it on that chalky water. If you were listening to what we've been saying for a lot of our stuff, I feel like we need to keep baiting it in there. It's like tune crankbaits. You guys still fishing with crankbaits that aren't tune? Well, you got to look for that kind of chalky water. And this water is almost a little clean, to be honest, and that's why we got those boards even farther out. Because those fish, the biters, just are not in that super clean water generally this time of year. We're right at that point though, they're gonna start being. So what I did there, if you can see, I just free spooled that one down there. So now my inside is actually gonna be my middle, because you know, I'm hoping we're on a little pot of biters here and I wanna get as much stuff fishing as I can, but the big thing is I just don't wanna tangle up what I do have, because I ain't got no extra hands. So, dun 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 Barnum and Bailey. Oh, outside board. See that sucker going out there? It is going. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit a little wave point here. Because this time of year, wave point, get the hummingbird, hit it, because here's the deal. These biters, you can mark fish all over the place, but these biters are in small little areas a lot of times. Rather it's just, they're wanting to go, I believe, totally just a hypothesis, but I think it's just fish that are maybe at different parts of the spawn, you know? So, whatever it may be, I'm gonna try to be kind of sneaky with this. I'm not gonna lie to you, because there's really nobody close to us. But when you start throwing a net around there, producer dude, you remember what has happened through the years when they see a net?
We get crowded.
Yeah, we get crowded. So
They probably can hear you.
Yeah,
It's so quiet.
Yeah, they can. But you remember Country Steve? He didn't know about the Vulcan Death Grip. That's it right there. You guys have seen the Vulcan Death Grip. Country Steve can't do it.
All right, stinks out of the boat.
It is. Do you want me to keep any for you?
Nope, I'm good.
This is the luckiest walleye in Lake Erie. Producer dude said no walleyes. I don't really keep them but once or twice a year. That's all I need. So we're gonna get that down here.
Unless you're gonna clean them for me.
Oh God, dude, you're like my water wife now. You know, it is really nice to have Country Steve reel them in, because then if he loses them, it's like we can bust his chops. But oh, we got double. Look at this. We got a double. See the inside one going there? Oh yeah. So we're gonna have to put this one down. And by the way, just everybody that watches these things, don't feel bad for Country Steve. He's a gorilla.
Wait a minute. There's people that feel bad for Country Steve?
I'm getting messages, yes. And I'm like, you, producer, give me some feedback on this. You know him intimately from all our work.
Yes.
Should you feel bad for Country Steve?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
No, I'm very well aware that like he could make cyanide die, okay? You don't need to feel bad for Country Steve.
I'm scared some days I'll just put a microphone on him.
Yeah, So, you know, everyone's worried about the custom colors and all that stuff. But I'm just gonna tell you, the location thing with that watercolor, that's what I'm gonna choose to pound into your head today. That makes the difference. I've driven dang near all over the western basin of Lake Erie here in the last 2 weeks. And it just kind of confirmed what I've known for a very long time, and that finding those little slivers of water is really, really important. And the reality is it changes, you know, even hour to hour. I mean, let alone day to day. Oh, look at that chunky monkey. I mean, oh, huh, yes, girl. Dexatrim ain't found this girl.
There we go, the Dexatrim.
Yeah, we used that last time. The people were like, "What? What is it? Slim Fast? What's the current deal?"
Yeah, I think Slim Fast maybe.
Okay, we're not gonna hang around too long and talk about things because we got another one on here. But you know, small female, gonna let her go. Not gonna preach to you, but let these things go. All right. Can we just do like a walk off and just fish until we have no rods in the water and then just be like, I'm out?
We're headed that way.
I'm out. So here's the other thing. I'm gonna give you the tip. Things that really matter. Everybody keeps asking me. We joke about it, but it's not a joke. I just did another seminar, a little Zoom seminar because the world's still crazy, for a walleye club. You know, people still ask me, hey, what color, man? What color, bro? Yes, color can matter, but you gotta do so many of these other principles. You gotta shoot your free throws before you start worrying about chucking up half-court shots. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with this, in that another really, really good trick is, like the last few days, most of our fish have been coming on the outside boards. Actually, there's that fish going down. There's the air bubbles. There's that fish going down. So here's a really, really good trick for you. Use your electric motor. Simple trick, but a big one. You don't, you know, I'm running lithium batteries now, which has been really a big deal because I can run a lot faster without worry of running out of batteries. I'm running 100 amp Dakota lithium batteries. And before, you know, it's hard to get through a whole day if you're really having to push, you know, against the current. Like right now we're cutting the current. And that leads to the second important thing. You guys have seen enough of my stuff, now we got the little remote here. The electric is super important. I use it almost always. And I like to use it just by itself if I can get away with it. So the batteries, the lithium batteries really make that a lot easier, but here's the trick of the day for this. When it's really flat, calm like we've got today, cruise control. It's a button you probably don't use. I don't use it a lot either, but when it's really flat, because the problem is I turn around, I'm talking to producer dude, you guys are eating a sandwich, whatever you're doing, and you look down and you drop down 3 or 4 tenths, or you sped up 3 or 4 tenths because of the current, because now you don't have a direction, like the boat's just wandering out there. We're still using autopilot, but it's wandering with the current, it's speeding up, it's slowing down. You know, and I looked down and we went down about 4 tenths, and I didn't even realize it. You know, we're super quiet there with the Minn Kota. And now we got cruise control. I don't have to worry about it, especially when I got all this stuff going on. And so I'm going to continue to catch fish, and that's how you get that second fish. That's how you get that third fish on there. Those are really, really the important things. I wouldn't lie to you guys. I would lie to producer dude. Not you guys. He knows. Oh, I hope they have a fish on. You know what I'm saying? Did you hear that? Yeah. I hope they have a fish on, because if they don't, they got some splaining to do, Lucy.
What boat was that?
That was that one right back there. With the yellow shirt in the center. Yeah, I'm sure that, you know, what people don't realize is you can hear every single thing going on there. So people right now are like, who is this guy talking to himself? Like, what's going on? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What do you say? No net? We're just gonna Vulcan death grip this one. Camera dude. She got a mouthful. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Very stealthy with that Vulcan death grip.
Just like that. And look at that, just smacking on a little female there. Looks like she dumped her deal. We're gonna let her go. A little like Baywatch slow motion. Oh, here they are, producer dude. Look at them. When they look like bananas like that, it's good.
Somebody say bananas?
Yeah, don't eat them. Okay. I think this one, producer dude, is a little chunky. We caught them pretty high in the column, so sometimes they can flip you out, but I wish I had Country Steve here. I said it.
Which way you going?
Wherever she goes, producer dude, but she's just like pretty much going where she wants to go. So I had to actually open the bail, which is another trick people you can do. I put your finger on, I open the bail so I can move it around the motor. Because this fish is just naughty. You see it. Mama said knock you out. very angry. Here she is. Still straight up and down. I know you can't see that, anybody. Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Oh man.
Did you get, producer dude, you thought I was messing with you. This is naughty. I'd say this might be a certified donkey if I don't screw it up. Oh yeah. Oh yep. Yep. I can't even, I gotta choke up on the net. Oh yeah.
I gotta move back.
That's a certified donkey. Producer dude, I didn't fail you.
You did not.
We're going to put him in there for a quick picture. We're going to try to make this one famous. That might become an open for some type of video or something, I'm guessing. We're going to let her go, though. We're just going to, since she was so kind to us, we're going to make her photogenic. We're going in. We got a couple in here that we were letting recoup a little bit. You want to take a look at? Look at this big old fat belly. Look at that big old 29, maybe 30 incher. Big old fat belly right there. We got more content coming. Make sure you subscribe, like, listen to our podcast. Sign up for our newsletter. You get to hear it first, see it first right there. Bigwater Fishing, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you name it.